Hi everybody, this is David with Cartoon Fortress. I've got another unboxing video for you today, and today's focus is going to be on the Region B label Eureka. Now, they're based out of the UK, and they have some amazing releases. Most of these, in fact, 4 out of the 5 releases are going to be a part of their Masters of Cinema series, which is up above 200 spine numbers now, and then the other will be just a collector set that Eureka offers. There's several labels out of the UK that I am collecting from now, and am really happy to have these items in my collection. There's a lot of high quality releases coming out of that region. The labels that I collect from are Eureka, like we'll be featuring today, and then Everything Blue, the Indicator series from Powerhouse Films, Second Sight, and then I've also got one coming from, or that actually just got here. There'll be a video going up after this one for a release from 101 Films. So those are the few that I'm really collecting regularly from now. I've also got another set coming in from another order coming in from Second Sight. So that video will be up fairly soon. That order's not here yet. And then I've got another set coming from Everything Blue. So that part of my collection is definitely growing, and it's fun to see what films they're getting the rights to and these awesome sets that they're putting out. So I highly recommend going and checking those labels out, each of them if you haven't, because there's some very worthwhile titles. Now, today we're going to be focusing on 5 sets from Eureka. Let me go ahead and show you what we'll be looking at, and then we'll go ahead and unbox these. So the first is from the Masters of Cinema series. This is spine number 218. This is with the great Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn, and this is The African Queen. One of my favorite films of all time. The chemistry between Bogart and Hepburn is just, it's astonishing what they're able to accomplish in this film. It's so much fun back and forth, and kind of the romance between the two of them, and the adventure that they go on. It's a very fun kind of atmosphere that they're in, and the comedy that kind of pushes forward. So now I do have the commemorative edition on Blu-ray, which is a big box set featuring actually a book that Katharine Hepburn wrote about the production of the film, which the production of the film was pretty involved, and she had actually decided to write a book about it. So that book's included in that set. I don't have that out right now, otherwise I'd show you, but it's got the book, it's got some film cells and some lobby cards, and it's a 2-disc set. So that's a really nice addition if you're wanting to find that. It is out of print, so you'd have to go on eBay and find that like I did. And this one is actually featuring a new 4K restoration by ITV and Paramount Pictures. So I'm really excited to see how the transfer on this looks. There's also some new special features on here that do not exist on the commemorative set. And then we also get a new book in this one as well. So there was a lot to offer here, and like I said, one of my favorite films of all time. So it was an easy purchase for me. I especially have fond memories of this film because the first time that I saw it was actually in my high school film history class. We were really spoiled with some great titles. It was actually our high school drama teacher that put on this class, and it ended up being not only my favorite class of high school, but probably the most influential class that I ever took. And it really fueled my love of film. I was shown films that I had never seen before, like The African Queen. It Happened One Night, and then there were others that I had seen previously, classics like Wait Until Dark, And I believe we watched some Hitchcock in there as well, which I was already familiar with. But anyways, good memories linked to this one, so we'll go ahead and dive into this set. The next one here, this one actually went out of print and I missed out on it, and so I had to go find this on eBay, and I'm glad that I did. I had to pay about a $20 upgrade fee, whatever you want to call it, because it was out of print, and yeah, eBay, just the prices that it was going for. This is really the only one that I found on eBay, so I was lucky to get this. This is also a part of the Masters of Cinema series. This is spine number 208, and it is High Noon. This is not a Western that I have seen. In fact, The African Queen is the only film that I've seen in this stack, so I've got a lot of good new films to look forward to here. And this has a 1080p presentation from a 4K digital restoration. And then it features a 100-page book and obviously the Blu-ray, and then you get this nice hardbound case. So really excited to dive into this one. We'll take a look. All right, and the next one, also part of the Masters of Cinema series, spine number 200. This is from Martin Scorsese, and this is The Last Waltz. I'm really starting to build up my music film collection, if you will. I've got sets like from Criterion. I have the Bob Dylan Don't Look Back. In fact, that one is right here. So the Bob Dylan Don't Look Back set, and then I've also got the Monterey Pop Festival box set. So this is a collection that I'm trying to build up as my music collection. So this is from Martin Scorsese, and this is basically a rock documentary that features what I believe is the last performance of the band, and there were big names there that showed up, including Bob Dylan, Eric Clapton, Neil Young, Muddy Waters, and Joni Mitchell. So they come together in kind of a farewell concert, and yeah, kind of a rock documentary, and with music kind of at the forefront of the said documentary. So this one also comes with a nice thick book, a 100-page book, and doesn't look like we get a 4K restoration, but it's a 1080p presentation of the film on Blu-ray, uncompressed audio. So, and then there's some good extra features on here as well to take a look at. So really looking forward to diving into this, and again, to building up the music collection. All right, the next one we have is from the great Sergio Leone. I have seen some of his films, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, that series, but this is, again, from the Masters of Cinema series. This is film spine number 219 with Rod Steiger and James Coburn in A Fistful of Dynamite, aka Duck You Sucker. All right, now the cool thing about this was I put the order in with Eureka. All of these were shipped to me directly from Eureka, except for High Noon, which again I bought off eBay. Right after I purchased this, this particular set went out of print. So unfortunately, this one, if you would like a copy, you'll need to find it on eBay or other means. Also, I know Kino Lorber did put out a release of this on Blu-ray, so you could also go that route if you're not wanting to put up more money for a limited edition set like this. But I'm really happy to have gotten this before it went out of print. Lots of extra features to get to here. So the transfer on this one, there's actually two versions of the film presented in 1080p across two Blu-ray discs, including a transfer from the 2K restoration completed by Cineteca di Bologna in 2009. So a couple versions of the film to take a look at here, and it includes also I believe it's also a 100-page book, and then yeah, the nice hard case here. So really looking forward to that. Masters of Cinema series, spine number 219. And now we'll have a departure from the Masters of Cinema series, and this is just one of their special edition box sets. And this is from this looks at films from 1917 to 1923, and I'm sorry, I am completely mistaken. This is the Masters of Cinema series, spine number 150. That's, please accept my apologies. That's I was totally wrong on that. Yeah, so Masters of Cinema series, spine number 150. This is Buster Keaton, the complete short films from 1917 to 1923. So this is, yeah, special edition 4-disc Blu-ray box set. And the book in this one is a little bit thicker. I don't know if you can see here. This is a 184-page book. And then you have kind of these 3 Blu-ray volumes here. 740 minutes, black and white, and yeah, looks at films from 1917 to 1923. Silent film has been something that I've really been getting into as of late. You know, the Buster Keaton series, and then I've got a lot of films in my Criterion collection. I'll just pull out one to show you here. Harold Lloyd is one that I've really been getting into. And then I've got a lot of the Charlie Chaplin films, but there's a lot that film has to offer from the silent era. And I've also got the film Vampire, and that one's out of reach here. But anyways, there's a lot of great films that era has to offer. And if that's something that you've been putting off or been a little bit meh about, I would highly suggest taking a look at some silent films. But a lot to dive into here, so we'll go ahead and unbox this one as well. So let's go ahead and switch over to the other camera and we'll get these unboxed. Okay, so here is our stack of films from Eureka. Let's go ahead and get started on unboxing these, and we'll go ahead and start with The African Queen. Alright, I want to mention too, I love the color scheme on this and the cover art that they chose. It makes it look like a very kind of one of those paperback romance novels, very dramatic. But yeah, really engaging cover art here, and the reds and blues and yellows very bold. So really enjoy that. The other set that I was mentioning is a lot more muted in that sense, but I like the artwork on that one as well. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I'm not one that keeps the J cards, so just go ahead and put that to the side here. Okay, so really nice hardback or hardbound box here. Yeah, really nice job. I like the way that these boxes look on the shelf in the collection. So, all right, let's go ahead and take a look here first at the book. So this is a nice, well put together book. There's the cover, just the Masters of Cinema series information on the back there. All right, let's just go ahead and do a quick flip through on here. Some nice photography, some essays, and here's actually interesting. This is the book that's included in the other set, The Making of the African Queen, or How I Went to Africa with Bogart, Bacall, and Houston, and Almost Lost My Mind by Katharine Hepburn. So it's got an excerpt from that book. So I'm glad to have the full book, and then ooh, some really nice poster art featured here. Really, really nice. And then some production credits on the back there. Okay, so Here is the Blu-ray itself. Awesome, and we do have reversible cover art, which I always love. And we are definitely going to reverse this. So here's the disc. Oops, there we go. And since we already have the other artwork on the front of the box, I like to flip these around. I know this is why you're watching the video. You want to watch someone flipping around artwork in a Blu-ray case. Alright, so there's the new artwork. So that provides kind of a new design and different color scheme. So now we have red, blue, yellow, and green. So there's the side there. There's the spine on that side. And then let's bring the J card back out here so you can take a look. If you haven't seen the film, you can go ahead and read up on the synopsis here. So again, this does have a 4K restoration by ITV and Paramount Pictures. And then just a slew of extra features. You can read up on that there. This comes in at a runtime of 105 minutes. And this is Region B. So if you'll either need to have obviously a Region B player or a region free player, which is something that I highly suggest. That's one of the best investments I've made, is buying a region free player so that I can play discs like this. Alright, so let's go ahead and set that aside and move on to the next set. This is High Noon. I love Westerns, and that's something that another part of my collection that's really been building over the years, but it seems to be more of a priority even more as of late. All right, so this one has a little belly band, is what they call these. So this has a belly band featuring the Masters of Cinema series, High Noon. And then on the side there you get the spine number 208 and then nothing on the other side. So really cool artwork here on the front. On the spine you get the film information. And then on the back, so this one isn't a J card, it's actually on the back, which is really what I would have preferred here since we just have nothing but blue on the back of the African Queen set. But yeah, here we have it as a permanent part of the box. So you can go ahead and read the synopsis there. This one comes in at a runtime of 85 minutes, is black and white, from 1952. Also a Region B release. And then, yeah, the limited edition contents. Oops, go ahead and take this out, set the box aside. So right off the bat here, we've got the book. Oh, and this one's a lot more flexible. All right. A lot of great photography in these books and essays to read. It's just, it really enriches the film experience if you can watch a film and then really have a lot of information to dive into to learn about the influences, you know, production, stories, different things like that. It really enriches the overall experience. Again, some really great poster art from all over the world. Fantastic book. Can't wait to dive into that. And then just yellow on the back there. All right, so here's our Blu-ray with this nice striking red cover here. And this, of course, features Gary Cooper and Grace Kelly. All right, and we do have reversible cover art. So the disc on this one is pretty plain, just the High Noon kind of text there. And then So basically you have a red or a color version there, and then the black and white version. So we'll go ahead and leave it on the color version, give a little bit of pop. All right, and then the back of the Blu-ray, excuse me, back of the Blu-ray case here is the information that's featured on the back of the box, so nothing new there. All right, so there's the High Noon set. Let's go ahead and move on to The Last Waltz from Martin Scorsese. I like the black kind of style on this with the really elegant text from the original poster and marketing materials. Okay, so this is another one where the information is just contained on the J card. So let's go ahead and give you a chance to read up on the film here. So this comes in at a runtime of 117 minutes. Also is Region B from 1978. All right, let's see where the best spot is to take this off here. All right, and this one does have something really cool to offer on the back here. We have kind of the contributors to this farewell performance. We have Bob Dylan, Joni Mitchell, Neil Diamond, Emmylou Harris, Neil Young, Van Morrison, Ron Wood, Muddy Waters, Eric Clapton, The Staples, Ringo Starr, Dr. John, Ronnie Hawkins, Paul Butterfield, and then featuring the band. That's quite a list of big talent, so that'll be really fun to watch. Okay, whoops. So let's go ahead, and again, this is spine number 200. Ooh, really neat cover to the book here. And this is another one of those really nice flexible books. Really cool art on the cover. This film should be played loud. Very music-centric. Again, lots of great photography. There's that cover again. Lots to read up on here. Looks like we have some storyboards and some stage sketches, some awesome stuff here. All right, so there's the book. Here's the Blu-ray. There's the cover. The back, which again features what we already took a look at. And our disc. So the reversible cover art on this is the same thing as on the cover, so we'll definitely leave this as is. So that's a really great combo with the cover there, here, and then on the book. All right, really, really cool. Okay, let's go ahead and jump over to Sergio Leone's A Fistful of Dynamite. One thing I want to mention too is when you get items shipped from these distributors out of the UK, the boxes are always really well protected, and you always get your items in like 90 to 100% good condition. I rarely see any issues. Okay, so this is again spine number 219. Just amazing artwork on here. Really doesn't get better than that. There's the contents of the box. There's the spine. Let's go ahead and jump to the back here and give you a chance to read up. This is from 1971, 2-disc Blu-ray, Region B, 157 minutes. This is a longer one. All right, and then we'll go ahead and, oops, is there anything? Yeah, we want to. Take this off. And this one has nothing on the back. But you do get the list of features on the back of the Blu-ray. So, all right, so let's take a look at the book here. So the same kind of cover art as the cover of the film. Some cool looking pages, kind of worn out pages, some poster art there. A little bit of a Q&A. Essay. Some really fun artwork, or stills from the film. Good old Rod Steiger and James Coburn. It's a good duo to have. All right. So great book. So here's our cover. And coming to the inside here. So we have a little kind of flipper tray here. Gotta check out and make sure the discs are good. Yeah, and I think we'll definitely flip the cover on this one. So, so we have the US version and then the Italian version. Very cool. Definitely be checking out both versions of the film. Go ahead and flip this around here. Definitely worth flipping that around. So you get the Italian kind of version of the artwork here on the cover, so that's really neat. All right, so really great set there. Just such a great job by Eureka on these sets. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump to our final set here, and this is the big one, the big Buster Keaton short films from 1917 through 1923. All right, so featuring some great artwork here, or a photo rather of Buster Keaton. So on the spine here, you have a listing of the films. So this is about as much damage as I've seen on sets coming out of the UK. And then I did notice on the bottom of the Last Waltz box here, but really minimal, and nothing really to worry about. So all right, so this is spine number 150. There's our 3 sets there, and then give you a chance to read up there if you'd like. So this is 740 minutes in total and features a 184-page book. All right, there's a look at the extra features. So we get some audio commentaries on there as well. That'll be fun to take a listen to. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's do it this way. Okay, so here is, okay, so we have number 150, A, B, and C. So here's A, which is disc 1. So we have kind of this cool design on the backdrop here. So not reversible cover art, but we get a nice little design there. So there's disc 1. And there's the films that you can expect on disc 1. So this disc runs a total of 178 minutes, and this is region B, I should mention. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump to disc 2, number 150B. And again, kind of the same design here. And there's the films you can expect there, 172 minutes on this one. And each of these features a cool photo of Buster Keaton. All right, and then this is number 150C, and this is a 2-disc set, so this is discs 3 and 4. Whoops. Oop, there we go. There's the films on these 2 discs. So this is 367 minutes total. And then you get the flipper tray here. With the same accompanying design. All right. So there's the 3 films, or 3 Blu-ray cases, and then this really nice thick 184-page book. So there's the cover with Mr. Keaton swimming in film here. That's really neat. Really neat image. And then here's the back with a list of the films on each of the discs. And then let's go ahead and just take a quick flip through on here. There's just a tremendous amount to get through in this book. So some really nice photography here. A lot to dive into here. This is almost like one of those film school in a box type situations with this release. So much film history here. All right. So a lot to dive into there. And then we'll go ahead and get these back in the box. All right, so a really, really nice set there. So we have, again, Buster Keaton, The Complete Short Films, 1917 through 1923. A Fistful of Dynamite, aka Duck You Sucker. The Last Waltz from Mr. Martin Scorsese. A Western classic, Gary Cooper, High Noon. And finally, the great Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn in The African Queen. Thank you very much for joining me for this unboxing. This has been a fun one to do, and certainly a lot of quality releases here from Eureka. Again, if you haven't had a chance to check out any of their titles, I would highly suggest doing so. I'll go ahead and drop a link in the description so that you can go take a look at what they have to offer. And let me know in the comments down below if you own any of these titles, if you buy any Region B content, and let me know what some of your favorite releases are. I'm always looking for recommendations on titles or different sets to pick up, so definitely let me know. And if you found this video helpful in any way, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up icon. And until next time, this is David signing off with Cartoon Fortress. Have a wonderful day.